Big news for Hampton City Schools. Forbes has named HCS one of America's best in-state employers for 2025. We're one of only 4 public school divisions in Virginia to earn this honor. We're serious about supporting our employees with competitive pay, great benefits, and we even have our own employee health and wellness center and pharmacy. We make work-life balance a priority, and our teachers get their Sundays back. Stay tuned. Listen to learn more about Hampton City Schools on HCS Talks.
Welcome to HCS Talks. I'm your host, Superintendent of Hampton City Schools, Raymond Haynes. This is our 3rd season of HCS Talks, our Hampton City Schools podcast. Our aim is to educate, inform, and even entertain both our community and listeners beyond. Each episode will explore diverse topics, including education, student achievement, the contributions of our teachers, support staff, parents, and community partners, as well as programs and initiatives. There is something valuable and informative for everyone, so we hope you will join us and keep tuning in to HCS Talks. Today I have the opportunity to sit down with Miss Ashley Winfield, a teacher at Phoebus High School and our school division's 25-26 High School Teacher of the Year. So welcome, Miss Winfield. Thank you for joining us today on HCS Talks. Before we dive into our discussion, please introduce yourself to the listening audience.
Hello, everyone. I am Ashley Winfield, an Hamptonian. So I am from Hampton, Virginia. I graduated from Bethel High School, and I am so excited to be here with you guys.
We're excited to have you. I did not realize you are a Hamptonian.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe you did share that with me before. A Bruin.
Yes. Now Phantom.
Now a Phantom. Now, tell me where you went to school after you left the halls of Bethel High School.
Yes. So after that, I went to the illustrious Virginia State University that sits on a lofty hill overlooking the Appomattox, where I earned my bachelor's degree in English. After that, I went to Old Dominion University as a monarch, where I received my master's in public administration. So I used to work for the federal government for a little bit first.
Wow.
I worked at the Department of Veteran Affairs at McGuire Woods Hospital. I did that for a little bit. They had a program where you did an internship and it led into a job. But unfortunately, after about a year, I was let go. And I had to think about, what do you really love to do? And one day in church, I heard the Lord speak to me and said, you were called to teach. Wow. And I was kind of upset about it because people always told me that I was supposed to be a teacher. And I was like, no, I don't want to be a teacher. No. And then so I went ahead and followed the call, and I've been doing that ever since. And after that, I did go to Regent University to earn my master's in education, specializing in special education and specifically autism.
Wow.
Yes.
That's something else I didn't know.
Yes.
So you went to Regent?
Yes.
Master's in education with an emphasis on special education and autism.
Yes.
Why?
Because when I was teaching under you as principal at Kickingham, I first was there as a sub, and the teacher had left, I want to say, on leave in October. And when I was co-teaching, I realized I don't really know all the ins and outs on the SPED side. And that really kind of made me feel like I'm not doing my job as an English teacher, even though I was starting off as a long-term sub. So I was just like, I really want to know so I can do a good job as an English teacher. So I went to school to get that so I can better help my co-teacher. And that actually helped build a really good co-teaching relationship. So I love co-teaching with another teacher because I know the other side, and I can help make sure I'm doing the right thing for all students, not just those with disabilities.
That is truly remarkable. And the reason why I said why, I should have asked why you chose autism, or what made you have an interest in autism, because it always pulls at my heartstrings. I don't know if many folks know, but I have a brother with autism. So throughout my tenure as a principal, I always wanted those programs in my school because I just love working and being alongside those young people and ensuring that they were getting everything they needed as well. So that helped you as well in terms of adding more resources and tricks and what have you in your toolbox in the profession. So you continue to do a remarkable job. You have any siblings?
I do. I'm the oldest of three, even though my little sister would say she's the oldest, so I'll allow her that. So I have a little sister named Erin. She's 3 years younger than me, and I have a little brother named Jaquan. He's 12 years younger than me. So we all went to Bethel, and when he was in high school, anytime my mom would tell me, Ashley, can you go get your brother? Because I was teaching at Kickingham at the time. I'll say, okay, Mom, I'll go get him once, I get off. They will always call, your mom is down here. I'm like, no, I'm his sister. I'm his sister. But I end up getting used to it. So he even will say, you're my other mom.
That's right. Anyone else in the education profession in your family?
No, it's just me.
Wow.
It is just me. Everyone else is we're doing all types of different things, but I'm the only teacher.
Now, I know you shared that you have a daughter, right?
Oh, I have a son.
Son,
I have a son. Oh, it's okay. Because some people confuse him as a girl because he's so handsome. He's really pretty. And he has long hair, so that doesn't help.
How old is your son?
He is 6, going on 35. He keeps me in line.
Right. He may get the bug to become an educator as well.
He told me that. He said, Mom, my teacher asked, what do I want to be when I grow up? And I said, well, what do you want to be, Brandon? I want to be a police officer and a teacher.
Wow.
Just like my mommy. And I was like, I wasn't a police officer, but okay.
She did do some work for the federal government.
Yeah, so that should kind of cross over.
Outstanding. So I just want to say congratulations again on being named Hampton City Schools High School Teacher of the Year.
Thank you.
What does this honor mean to you as a high school educator?
For me, it's a very humbling experience. I'm still at awe. I'm not going to lie. My former teacher, Miss Bourne, who also had won Teacher of the Year, she would congratulate me in the gym, and she told everybody, hear ye, hear ye. Here's the high school Teacher of the Year. And I'm just like, But it's very humbling. It makes me feel appreciated. It makes me feel seen. It makes me feel as if all the work that I have done in the education field has not gone unnoticed. And so it kind of really could have big pep in my step. I was just like, oh, this is great.
Well deserved also.
Thank you.
I'm sure it has deep meaning for you, for your
Yes.
colleagues to see fit to select you and represent not just Phoebus High School, but Hampton City Schools as the high school.
Such
teacher
an
of the year
honor.
as well.
Such an honor.
And like I said, well deserved. You continue to make a remarkable and positive impact in the lives of young people, and I would say with your colleagues as well. So,
Yes.
Have you had opportunities to mentor new teachers yet?
Oh, yes, I have. And I love it. I was so excited to be asked last year to mentor. 2 years ago, I was asked to mentor. So there were a few new English teachers, and I was able to help them throughout the year. And even though our mentorship technically stopped that year, I continued on. I called them my mentees, and I will still go in and check on them. And when needed, I'll ask admin, hey, can I get coverage? I want to go and, observe to give them feedback so that way I can make sure that they are on the right track. Because a lot of times they say statistically after 3 years, sometimes teachers may not come back. And I don't want that to happen. Right. So I try to figure out what is going on. What can I do to help you so that way you don't feel burnt out, you don't feel overwhelmed. Because I know how that was for me. And I had Miss Freeze. Miss Freeze kept me on track when I was at Kickingham. And she was just like, Miss Winfield, I know you're not walking out of here with a bunch of work. If you're not going to do it now, no, don't do it at home. So there was different things that former teachers taught me while I first started teaching that
Life
I've
lessons,
instilled, yes,
yes.
And that I'll try to instill that too with anyone that's new coming in.
Well, we certainly are very fortunate to have you, and it certainly helps our mantra and what we're doing under the strategic plan, attracting, recruiting, and retaining exceptional staff with a focus on retention. Because, like you mentioned, we don't want folks to choose the teaching or education profession. We also want them to choose to stay as well.
Yes.
And one of the things we know to be true is folks who choose to stay, they talk about the mentorship programs that we have in place, and the teacher induction program that Dr. Kim and Ms. Heather Peterson sort of kind of lead. So speaks volumes to everything that you're doing, and just your remarks to what you just shared. It shows or helps us to model what it means to be an ambassador, and you are a very strong ambassador.
Thank you.
Phoebus, of course,
Yes.
and Hampton City Schools.
The
And
wonderful Phantoms.
we want you to make certain that you choose to stay here with us.
Yes, sir.
All right. So high school is such a pivotal time for students as they prepare for college careers in life. How do you approach helping students connect what they learn in the classroom to their future goals?
I think what's most helpful about this approach is what Hampton City Schools is doing right with these academies. Once I figure out and understand what my students would like to do and get to know, well, first you have to get to know the student. That's the first point. You have to really know your students and spend that time the first, 6 weeks of school learning them. And then from there, you can get an understanding of, okay, what academy you're part of. Is that your true career path? Mm-hmm. And then from there, I have to be creative to figure out how can I incorporate that into my lessons. So for example, I had this is not part of our academies, but students did voice that they really love CSI and crime units. So I was like, okay, what can I do to bring that real world into the classroom? So I took the play Macbeth, because we're going to read it, and I decided to create a fake crime scene. And I had fake blood. I had put some saran wrap on the ground. I don't want our janitors to be upset. But I have made fake blood made out of chocolate. I had like a fake little mannequin body on the side. And basically based off of the play, I incorporated the same storyline.
Crime Scene Lab?
Yeah. Oh,
no,
yeah.
we don't.
That's at
another school.
So
well, I'm
it's
sure
okay.
they would let you use.
Yeah, we could have had a bus. We could have took a bus. But we incorporated that, and so then to use DVP, which we do have here, allowed the students to create a video, like a news story, to record what happened at this crime scene, and then from there solve it.
Wow. Making that learning relevant and
Yes.
keeping them engaged, because that's what it's all about when they show what they're interested in, and you
Yes.
can connect all of that. But I know I mentioned that lab, and I know I said Bethel, but we also believe in making certain there's some collaboration.
Yes.
And I'm sure if you wanted to extend that even further, just reaching out to some of those folks over there and having them being a part of that lab and working through that whole process, I think would make it even more relevant for them. I'm sure Mr. Coakley says as long as you come back over here after you finish with the lesson.
Of course.
Don't get too comfortable over there. So, Ms. Winfield, how has teaching within the academies of Hampton influenced your instruction and your students' engagement?
It actually makes me more creative. This year, I'm in a new academy. The last 3 years, I've been part of digital video production, which has been great because I love video and pictures. So this year, I'm in ACER. So I'm in the Academy of Engineering, Robotics, and Cybersecurity. So now I have to be very creative on how I'm going to incorporate those 3 different skills into the classroom. Right. So far, I've been incorporating AI and teaching my students how to effectively use it because it's not going anywhere. No. And so I don't want them to be afraid of it, but I also don't want them to abuse it. So we are learning the correct ways to use it so that way they don't get in trouble, especially if they want to go to college and things of that nature, trying to use AI for their own work versus as a tool to help build ideas.
Have you found some ways to use AI or help young people use AI, students with disabilities?
Oh, yes. So one thing that I did have a student do, every morning we do a bell ringer. And usually it's a higher level word they have to define. So I told this one particular student who I noticed had been struggling, let's take this word and put it into ChatGPT. And let's ask it, can you give me a definition that is simplistic enough for someone in first grade to understand? And then they did and gave examples. And the student was like, oh, it clicked for them. Okay, I know what these words mean. I can use impetuous. That's not too bad. So things like that.
But you showed how it can be helpful to young people overall.
Or I can take their notes and then make it more simplistic for them to understand or break down the steps in math.
I even have them take the notes and make it more simplistic because like you said, you want to make certain they're able to utilize it in ways that can help, and because it's not going away and it continues to evolve overall.
Yes.
So what are some of the biggest challenges you see high school students facing today, and how do you support them in overcoming those challenges?
The biggest challenge for me is for them being a well-balanced student. and understanding there's a process and a journey that they must go through. I feel like with Gen Zs and with Gen Alphas, they are kind of like a microwave generation, unfortunately, due to social media. They want everything quick. They want it fast. They want quick results. They don't understand that some things take a process. Right. And so they get frustrated very easily when they don't get it right the first time or things don't work out correctly the first time, and then they shut down. So my biggest challenge that I'm seeing is kind of get them to understand life in general is a process. Everything's not going to be an overnight success. Things take time, and you may be good at this, but doesn't mean that you may not be good at one specific thing in English. Doesn't mean, okay, let's forget English altogether. Let's look to see the positives and just take baby steps, and then we'll get to the end product, because social media makes them think, oh, I can get it now. No, there's no viral moment here in education. It's pieces. So that's the main thing. So they can become a more balanced student, to understand there'll be some things I'm good at, some things that I'm not, but I have to understand there's a process and a journey that I have to go through and enjoy that process. Because a lot of them was like, I just can't wait to graduate. Baby, you are in high school or a child for a very short time of your life. You're an adult for a very long time. Enjoy these moments, enjoy these hallways, enjoy being with the teachers, whether you may agree or disagree with how they may do things. Enjoy these moments, because you're going to turn back one day and wish you were in these times, because life will start and it's going to be more of that than the fun in these hallways.
You are such a wise young lady.
Oh, thank you. I learned from the best.
I'm very proud of the fact that you are a Hamptonian as well, a Hampton City Schools graduate. Are there any teachers at Bethel that were there when you were a student?
Yes. And I believe she's the principal now, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Miss Pace Pierce.
Yes, she's one of the Academy
principals. Yes, I want to make sure I'm correct. Thank you. Miss Pace Pierce, PE teacher for me.
Yes.
I'm trying to see who else may still be there. No, she retired. I'm going to say Miss Turner, chemistry, but she retired. Well, I wonder if Mr. Monahan is still there. There are some history teachers that may still be there. I have to go back and look at the yearbook.
English teachers?
English teachers? No, not that I recall, because they're at different places. Like Mr. Lucas, my former English teacher, principal over at Kickingham. Miss Bourne, now over at Kickingham, was my English teacher.
You have some still in the system.
It's in the system. Oh, Miss Proctor for math.
Oh, yes.
She was my math teacher. She's also my neighbor.
Yes. So... did you get the teaching bug from any of the teachers there, or was it always in you?
It was probably always in me, and I didn't realize it.
Right.
I'll say I was in denial, because I remember as a child having my teddy bears and dolls and Barbies all sitting up, and I'll have the math problems in front of them, and I'll be like, okay. So as a child, I was a teacher, but I didn't want to accept that calling, because I fell in love. It was with Miss Hamraz for government at Bethel. I fell in love with government and wanting to be a lawyer. She had us go on a field trip to the Virginia Assembly, and I was a lobbyist, and we had to lobby a bill. Oh, I loved all that. I was like, yes, I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to work for the government. And then I was just like, the little pivot.
Oftentimes, folks who major in English, they then do go on to law school.
Yes.
So
English is my favorite subject. I will say that. It was a subject I was not good at.
I can tell. You're passionate about this.
I love English, but it was not always. I was not a good reader. I went to Aberdeen Elementary, and I remember not being a very good at reading. I also went to Mallory Elementary. My family moved a little bit. I'm not for sure why. But I went to Aberdeen. From there, I went to Mallory, and then final place I went to was Craft Elementary.
Craft?
Yes.
So where did you go for middle school?
I went to, formerly known as Davis, is now Tarrant Middle. But I went to Davis Middle School. But yeah, the entire time I would say I did not fall in love with reading until I went to Bethel High School, and the English teachers that I had, from Miss Rice Weber to Mr. Lucas to Miss Bourne. Well, she was Miss Scott then. Miss Scott, now Miss Bourne. And then my last English teacher, because I also took creative writing with Miss Rice Weber. My last English teacher was in 12th grade, Miss Clark. They made me fall in love. Because Mr. Lucas, he would change his voice as he's reading. Y'all should have him read. You guys have him read on the next podcast. class. He does a great job. He's very animated, and same as Miss Bourne, but you guys will know that because she's drama. Yes. So yes,
Bourne is leading the way with that performing arts academy.
Yes, she is. She is. Well. So they helped me fall in love with English, but it never clicked teaching.
Well, I'm glad it did click eventually.
Yes, it did.
So, Ms. Winfield, we know high school teachers often have the opportunity to mentor students in a unique way.
Yes.
Whether through extracurricular activities, athletics, or leadership opportunities. How have you connected with students outside of the classroom?
Oh, where do we start? So, you may or may not know this. I've coached for Hampton City Schools. I used to coach cheer.
I did know about the cheer.
Okay.
Yes.
So I coached cheer at Bethel for a little bit. I coached temporarily a little bit while in the transition of finding a coach at Kickingham High School. So that's one way I've connected. I have been just my short time here at, well, to me it's a short time, but it's technically a long time here at the wonderful Phoebus High School. I have connected with students a lot of ways outside of the classroom. First coming in, I coached field hockey. Which was awesome, especially with learning a new sport and mentoring the girls outside.
You coached field hockey?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Did you play field hockey?
I did not, but I can learn. I can learn anything. You show me the rule book. That's what you got to do? Okay.
Did you play any sports in high school?
I only cheered.
Okay.
I wanted to play softball, and I also wanted to do football. My mom told me no. She was like, yeah, I want to do a little football. I thought I could be a good kicker, Thought that would have been cute. She said, So I did cheer, gymnastics, and I was on a dance team. Against Miss Coach Tarter's orders, we were not supposed to cheer an all-star team at the same time, and I did. She was like, no, that's injury. But I did. She was so mad with me when she found out. I was like, but I love cheerleading. But yes, I coached a little bit.
You have a lot of energy.
I do. And I hope it sprinkles on my students. So usually my
sure
classes, they're lively as well. Here I'm over the school paper. Mm-hmm. I'm also over the National Honor Society, where twice a month we go downtown Newport News at the Peninsula Rescue Mission, and we feed the men at the homeless shelter there, which is an awesome opportunity. It's also a very humbling experience because one time we were there, there was actually someone that I knew there, and they were like, Ashley, do you remember me? And my sister was like, you know that person. And another time we went, unfortunately, a parent kicked their child out when they turned 18, and he went there. And so for them to see someone their age, in a homeless shelter, it was kind of like a reality check for them. And it made them want to come back more. And so now that they opened the women's shelter, we're going to start volunteering there too. They cook the meals in-house, and we just help prep them and then serve the meals, clean up, wash dishes, and then we head out.
That community connectedness just speaks to a lot of what we're doing around that portrait of a graduate.
Yes.
And having them go out and make an impact in the community as well. Just speaks volumes too. You're helping to have more well-rounded students.
Yes, it's
so
important.
Graduates as well.
Thank you.
It's very important. So looking back on your career so far, what is one moment or experience with your students that stands out as especially meaningful to you?
It may not be considered one moment, but it's one instant that repeats. And this situation would be when students come back or they see me and they tell me thank you. I did not like when you had me write that 3 to 5 page paper, but you were right. The first week at ODU, we had a paper, and you were right. The next week we had a paper, another paper, and I was just like, I told y'all. So thank you, Ms. Winfield. So things like that, or I'll get Ms. Winfield, I wish I would have paid attention more for the capstone project, and I didn't take it as seriously as you told me to with understanding that project and how it relates to my job, because now I'm in a field that I don't want to be in, and I really want to do this. And I ended up helping that gentleman too. I saw him at Lowe's, and he just looked so sad, and I was like, are you okay? He was like, no, I should have listened to you. I don't like working here. I don't want to push baskets. I said, what do you want to do? He was like, well, I want to work at the shipyard. I said, remember I tried to help you apply, and you were just like, no, I'll do it later. I was like, so can we apply now? I said, okay, take down my email me, and I'm going to help you. So I helped him fill out an application, and then I have connections there. So my parents are the connection. So I contacted my mom and dad because they work at the shipyard and say, hey, is there anything else he needs to do? Because he wants to be a painter. And he came back to school night. This was 2 years ago with his younger sibling and said, Miss Winfield, thank you. I got the job.
Wow.
So stuff like that is just like, yes. So when students come back or I get a praise report or, man, I wish I did this. And I'm like, it's okay. We can still, it's okay. You did what you, you did what you wanted with your free will.
Right.
You felt like what you thought was best, and that's okay. You recognized it. Now you want to correct it. So what do we need to do now? So we can get you on the right track, because it's never too late.
That relationship piece proves to be key and essential to all that we do.
It is.
And it is quite evident that the relationships you establish with young people is lifelong. I've shared time and time again how I remember every single teacher I've had from K through 12 and even in college. And I remember the positive impact many of them had on me. And it is one of the main reasons why I chose this profession, because I wanted to make certain I made young people feel as good about themselves as many of the educators that I had here in Hampton made me feel. And you are a great example of that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. So finally, Ms. Winfield, what message would you like to share with your students and with the Hampton City Schools community about the power of high school education and shaping the future?
Okay, I'll start with the students first. So to all high school students who are listening to this podcast, one thing that I want to leave you with is make sure that you are enjoying your time within your school. There are so many opportunities that Hampton City Schools has created for students that was not given to other students years ago. Take advantage of all the opportunities, the field trips, anytime speakers come in, take advantage of everything, every opportunity. It not only builds your resume, but it leads to things that will open the doors for other things for your future. So don't just sleep on the fact that, oh, I'm in this academy. Oh, yes, this speaker is coming. Oh, okay, we're going on this field trip. No, go to all of them. Explore everything and get a great understanding of what you really want to do, because you may learn, okay, you know what? Cybersecurity was not what I thought.
Right.
And that's okay. You figured it out now. You didn't waste 4 years in college wasting money and decide then, because a lot of people, that's when they realize this is not what I want to do. Right. They have to pivot then. So take advantage of every opportunity. And then just hold on tight to it and cherish all these moments, because high school, once it's gone, that's it. You can't be on Facebook saying, or no, they're on TikTok now. I'm showing my age. You can't be on TikTok saying, oh, I wish, because you can't wish. You got to now move forward. But to those in the community, I would very much suggest, especially if you have a business or you're in various fields, see how you can connect with Hampton City Schools and partner with us, especially with the academies. There's different ways that you guys can get involved. We have advisory boards. We always need people, and it's good to have that variety. So, and if you could, and please correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, I'm not for sure if this is even a possibility, but maybe we can have an opportunity where people in the community can come and see our academies and see, maybe on a night, come in and come through and walk through, because some may not even know what's in here. They may say, oh, we have a culinary art center. No, that's a whole restaurant. We can sit down. We have nice high top tables. It's nice in there. Oh no, our digital video production. Oh no, it's a whole studio. You're going to think you're at Wavy TV 10. Okay, so people may not know that.
Ms. Winfield, you might want to consider a career also in public relations and marketing.
Oh yes, I would love that. I kind of started in that a little bit.
As long as you stay in Hampton.
If y'all are hiring, let me know. Coakley, you didn't hear that part. Mr. Coakley, you didn't hear that. Let me know.
As long as you stay in Hampton. I think that, seriously though,
it's my thing.
We talk about being an ambassador.
Yes, I will always be a Hampton City Schools ambassador. I love it here.
An ambassador for our school division. Yes. And what you just shared, I think, is a lot of what we're trying to do anyway. Engage internal and external stakeholders about the good and great things Hampton City Schools has in place, and also solicit feedback. But also, we want folks to give their time. Yes, we will take money if you're going to provide money for different programs or partnerships. But I think what is also critically important is the gift of your time and
Yes.
expertise. And folks in these various industries and professions, we need our young people to see them and be able to connect with them. We are very serious about the me I see is the me I'll be. So if you're an English teacher, let young people see this English teacher and how she came up and what classes she took, where did she or he go to school, and the experiences they had prior to becoming a teacher in this profession as a whole. Or if an engineer, if there's an engineer out there, let young people see what this person did to get to the engineering profession and the obstacles and challenges he or she may have faced to get to them as well. But I certainly have enjoyed talking with you this morning.
Great.
You make us very proud.
Yes, I try to.
It's been a pleasure as always, and I'm just looking forward and excited to see all the great things you will accomplish along with your students this year as well.
Thank you. Same with you with your podcast. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much, Ms. Winfield. And to our listeners, remember, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. As one community, one transformation, we will ensure academic excellence for every child, every day, whatever it takes. Until next time.
Listen to learn more about Hampton City Schools. New episodes of HCS Talks drop on Thursdays. Subscribe and listen to HCS Talks. HCS Talks is a Hampton City Schools production.